राम। ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। हरि ओम। प्रणाम टू यू ऑल। हरि ओम। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता chapter number 1. First we will chant meditation verses, prarthana slokas. ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायनीम् अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकर दुर्योधना दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकर दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवजः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेशरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम्। लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिना श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यशान्तं न विदुसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। Now we will chant chapter number 1, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, with meaning in English. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Adha Pradhamodhyayaha Arjuna Vishada Yogaha. Dhrutarashtra Uvacha Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samavetayoyussavaha Mamakah Pandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, what did my people and Pandavas do after having assembled in the holy land of Kurukshetra, eager to fight the battle? Sanjaya uvacha droshtva tu pandavanikam vyudham duryodhanastadha Acharyamupasanghamya Raja Vachanamabravit. Sanjaya said, having seen the army of the Pandavas drawn up in battle array, King Duryodhana then approached his teacher Drona and spoke these words. Ashaitam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tava Sishyena Dhimata. Behold, O teacher, this mighty army of the sons of Pandu arrived by the son of Drupada, thy wise disciple. Atra Shura Maheshwasaha Bhimarjuna Samayudhi Yuyudhano Viratascha Drupadascha Maharadha. Here are heroes, mighty archers like Yuyudhana, Virata and Drupada, who are equal in battle to Bhima and Arjuna, each commanding 11,000 archers. Droshtaketushchekitanaha Kashirajascha Viryavan Purojit Kunti Bhojascha Shaibhyascha Narapungavaha. Drishtaketu, Chekitana, and the valiant king of Kashi, Purujit and Kunti Bhoja and Saibhya, the best of men. Yudha Manyoscha Vikrantaha Uttamaujacha Viryavan Saubhadro Draupadeyascha Sarvayeva Maharadha. The strong Yudhamanyu and the brave Uttamanuja, the son of Subhadra and the sons of Draupadi, all of them divisional commanders. Asmakantu visishtaye tani bodhadvidottama tani bodhadvijottama Nayaka mama sainyasya Sagnartham tan bravimite. Know also, O best among the twice born, the names of those who are the most distinguished amongst ourselves, the leaders of my army. These I name to thee for thy information. Bhavan Bhishmascha Karnascha Krupascha Samitinjaya Ashwarthama Vikarnascha Saumadatistadhaivacha. Yourself and Bhishma and Karna and also Kripa, the victorious in war, Ashwarthama, Vikarna, and so also Purishrava, the son of Somadatta. Anye cha bahava suraha madharte tyakta jivitaha nana shastra praharanaha sarve yuddha visharadaha. And many other heroes who are determined to give up their lives for my sake, armed with various weapons and missiles, all well skilled in battle. Aparyaptam tadasmakam balam bhishmabhirakshitam aryaptam tvidame tesham balam bhimabhirakshitam. This army of ours, defended by Bhishma, is insufficient, whereas that army of theirs, defended by Bhima, is sufficient. Or this army of ours, protected by Bhishma, is unlimited, whereas that army of theirs, protected by Bhima, is limited. Ayaneshu cha sarveshu yatha bhagamavasthitaha bhishmamevabhirakshantu bhavantas sarva eva hi. Therefore, do you all, stationed in your respective positions in the several divisions of this army, protect Bhishma alone. Tasya sanjanayan harsham kururodhav pitamaha simhanadam vinadyochaihi shankham dadbhau pratapavan. His glorious grandsire Bhishma, the oldest of the Kauravas, in order to cheer Duryodhana, now sounded aloud a lion's roar and blew his conch. Tata shankascha bhiryascha anavanaka gomukha sahasaivabhyahanyanta sashabdastu mulo bhavat. Then, following Bhishma, conches and kettle drums, tabors, drums and cow horns blazed forth quite suddenly, and the sound was tremendous. Tatai shvetai hyayai yukti mahati syandane stitau madhavav pandavaschaiva divyau shankhau pradadbhadu. Then also Madhava and the son of Pandu, seated in their magnificent chariot, yoked with white horses, blew their divine conches. Panchajanyam Hrishikeshaha Devadattam Dhananjaya Paundraum Dadbhau Mahashankham Bhima-karma vrukodara. Rishikesha blew the Panchajanya, and Dhananjaya, Arjuna, blew the Devadatta, and Vrukodara, Bhima, the doer of terrible deeds, blew the great conch named Poundra. Panchajanyam Hrishikeshaha Devadattam Dhananjaya Paundram Dadbhau Mahashankham Bhima-karma vrukodara. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti putro Yudhishthiraha Nakulas Sahadevascha Sughosha Mani Pushpakau. King Yudhishthira, the son of Kunti, blew the conch Ananta Vijaya. Nakula and Sahadeva blew the Sughosha and the Mani Pushpaka. काश्यस्य परमेश्वासः शिखण्डी च महारथः दृष्टद्युम्नो विराटश्च सात्यकिश्च पराजितः द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्वशः पृथिवीपते द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्वशः पृथिवीपते सौभद्रश्च महाबाहुः शङ्खां दद्मः पृथक् पृथक्. The king of Kashi, an excellent archer, Shikhandi, the mighty commander of 11,000 archers, Drishtadyumna and Virata and Satyaki, the unconquered, Drupada and the sons of Draupadi, O Lord of the earth, and the son of Subhadra, the mighty arm, blew their respective conches. सुघोषाधातराष्ट्राणां हृदयानि व्यधारयत् नभश्च पृथिवीं चैव तुमुलो व्यनुनादयन्. That tumultuous sound rent the hearts of the people of Dhritarashtra's party and made both heaven and earth reverberate. Atha vyavastithan drushva dhartarashtraन् kapidhvajah pravrutte shastra sampate dhanurudyamya pandavah ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् idamaha mahipate. Then seeing the people of Dhritarashtra's party standing arrayed and the discharge of weapons about to begin, Arjuna, the son of Pandu, whose ensign was a monkey, took up his bow and said these words to Krishna, Rishikesha, O Lord of the earth. Arjuna uvacha senayorubayormadhye ratham sthapayamechyuta yavadetan niriksheham yodhukamanavasthitam kairmaya sahayoddhavyam asmin ranasamodyame. Arjuna said, in the midst of the two armies, place my chariot, O Achyuta, that I may behold those who stand here desirous of fighting, and on the eve of this battle, let me know with whom I must fight. Yoshyamananaveksheham yayetetra samagataha dhartarashtrasya durbuddhihi yuddhe priyachikeshavaha. For I desire to observe those who are assembled here for the fight, wishing to please in battle the evil-minded sons of Dhritarashtra. Sanjaya uvacha eva mukto hrushikeshaha gudakeshena bharata senayorubayor madhye स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमं भीष्मद्रोणप्रमुखतः सर्वेषां च महीक्षिताम् उवाच पार्थ पश्यैतान् समवेतान् कुरुनिति. Sanjaya said, thus addressed by Gudakesha, O Bharata, Here the meaning is Dhritarashtra. Krishikesha, having stationed the best of chariots between the two armies, in front of Bhishma and Drona and all the rulers of the earth, the Lord said, O Partha, behold, these Kauravas gathered together. Tatra pasya stithan Parthaha Pitrunatha pitamahan Acharyan matulan bhratrun Putran pautran sakhinstadha. Then Partha saw stationed there in both the armies fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, and friends too. Shvasuran suhrudaschaiva senayorubayorapi tan samikshasa kaunteya sarvan bandhunavasthitan. He saw fathers-in-law and friends also in both the armies. Then the son of Kunti, seeing all his kinsmen thus standing array, spoke thus sorrowfully, filled with deep pity. Krupaya paraya vishtaha विषेदन्नदमब्रवीत् अर्जुन उवाच दृष्ट्वेवं स्वजनं कृष्ण युयुश्चुं समपस्थितं दृष्ट्वेवं स्वजनं कृष्ण युयुश्चुं समुपस्थितम्. Arjuna said, seeing these my kinsmen, O Krishna, arrayed eager to fight, Sidanti mama gatrani mukhancha parisushyati Sidanti mama gatrani mukhancha parisushyati Vepaduscha sarire me romaharshascha jayate. My limbs fail and my mouth is parched. My body quivers and my hair stands on end. Gandivam shamsate hastat tvakshaiva paridahyate na cha shaknomyavasthatum bhramati vacha me manaha. The Gandiva bow slips from my hand and my skin burns all over. I am also unable to stand and my mind is reeling round as it were. Nimittani cha pashyami Nimittani cha pashyami viparitani keshava na cha shreyonupashyami hatva swajanamahave. And I see adverse omens, O Keshava, nor do I see any good in killing my kinsmen in battle. Nakangshe vijayam Krishna nacharajam sukhani cha kim no rajena govinda kim bhogaya jivitena va. For I desire not victory, O Krishna, nor kingdom, nor pleasures. Of what avail is dominant to us? O Govinda, of what avail are pleasures or even life itself? येषामर्थे काङ्क्षितं नः राज्यं भोगः सुखानि च तैमेव स्थिता युद्धे प्राणां त्यक्त्वा धनानि च. They for whose sake we desire kingdom, enjoyment and pleasures, stand here in battle, having renounced life and wealth. आचार्यः पितरः पुत्राः तथैव च पितामहाः मातुलाः श्वशुराः पौत्राः श्यालाः सम्बन्धिनस्तथा. Teachers, fathers, sons, and also grandfathers, maternal uncles, father-in-law, grandsons, brothers-in-law, and other relatives. एतानहन्तुमिच्छामि हतोऽपि मधुसूदन अपि त्रैलोक्यराज्यस्य हेतोः किं नु मही कृते. Those I do not wish to kill, though they may kill me, O Madhusudana, even for the sake of dominion over the three worlds, how much less for the sake of the earth. Nihatya dhartarashtrana ka priti sya janardhana papamevashrayedasman hatvaitanatatayinah. Killing these sons of Dhritarashtra, what pleasure can be ours, O Janardhana? Sin alone will be our gain by killing these felons. Tasmanarhanayam hantum dhartarashtraन् swabandhavan swajanam hi kadham hatva sukhena syama madhava. Therefore, we shall not kill sons of Dhritarashtra, our relatives, for how can we be happy by killing our own people, O Madhava? Yatyapyeteन pashyanti lobhopahata chetasah kulakshayakrutam dosham mitradrohe cha patakam. Though these, with their intelligence clouded by greed, see no evil in the destruction of the families in the society, and no sin in their cruelty to friends. Katham nagneyamasmabhihi papadasman nivartitum kulakshayakrutam dosham prapashyadbhirjanathana. Why should not we, who clearly see evil in the destruction of the family units, learn to turn away from this sin, O Janardhana? Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharmas sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam krishnam adharmo bhavatyuta. In the destruction of a family, the immemorial religious rites of that family perish. On the destruction of spirituality, impiety indeed overcomes the whole family. Adharmabhibhavat Krishna pradushyanti kulastriyah स्त्रीषु दृष्णासु वार्ष्णेय जायते वर्णशङ्करः. By the prevalence of impiety, O Krishna, the women of the family become corrupt, and women being corrupted, O descendant of the Vrishni clan, there arises intermingling of caste, Varna Shankara. Shankaro Narakayaina Kulaghnanam Kulasya Cha Patanti Pitaro Hisham Loptapindodakakriya. Confusion of caste leads the slayer of the family to hell, for their forefathers fall, deprived of the offerings of pinda and water. Doshairetah kulagnanam varnashankarakaihi uchyadyante jati dharmaha kuladharmascha shashvataha. By these evil deeds of the destroyers of the family, which cause confusion of caste, the eternal religious rights of the caste and the family are destroyed. Utsannakuladharmanam manushyanam janardhana narake niyatam vasaha bhavatityanu. We have heard, O Janardana, that it is inevitable for those men in whose families the religious practices have been destroyed to dwell in hell for an unknown period of time. Aho vatamaha sapam kartum vyavasita vayam yadrajya sukhalobhena hantum swajanamudyataha. Alas, we are involved in a great sin in that we are prepared to kill our kinsmen from greed for the pleasures of the kingdom. Yadi mama pratikaram ashastram shastrapanaya dhatarashtarani hanyo tanme kshemataram bhaved. If the sons of Dhritarashtra, weapons in hand, slay me in battle, unresisting and unarmed, that would be better for me. Sanjaya uvacha eva mokvarjuna sankhe rathopastavu pavishat visujya sacharam chapam shoka samvigna manasah. Sanjaya said, having thus spoken in the midst of the battlefield, Arjuna sat down on the seat of the chariot, casting away his bow and arrow with a mind distressed with sorrow. Om Tassat Iti Sri Om Tassat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Pradhamodhyaya. Thus, in the Upanishads of the glorious Bhagavad Gita, in the science of the eternal, in the scripture of yoga, in the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna, the first discourse ends entitled The Yoga of Arjuna Grief. Om Shri Paramatmani Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Adha Dvitiyodhyayah सांख्ययोगः। संजय उवाच तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणं विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः. Sanjaya said to him, who was thus overcome with pity and despondency, with eyes full of tears and hesitated, Madhusudana, the destroyer of the Madhu, the demon, spoke these words. We will continue tomorrow, second chapter. Om Gita Mahachyam Gita Shastramidam Punyam Yapatet Prayatah Puman Vishnu Padamavapnoti Bhayasokadivarjitah Gita Dhyayana Shilasya Pranayama Parasya Cha Naiva Santahi Papani Purvajanma Krutani Cha Mala Nirmochanam Pumsam Jalasnanam Dine Dine Sahrutitham Vasi Snanam Samsaramalanashanam Gita Sugita Kartavya Kimantai Sastra Vistaraihi Ya Swayam Padmanabhasya Mukha Padmadvinishruta Bharatamruta Sarvasvam Vishnorvaktvadvinishrutam Gita Gangodakam Pitva Punarjanmana Vidyate Sarvopanishado Gavaha Doktha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vassasudir Bhokta Duktham Gitamrutam Mahat Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Gitam Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva Eko Mantra Sasya Namani Yani Karmapyekam Tasya Devasya Seva. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tassat Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu. Om Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama 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 Om. The first chapter, if we have to say in a nutshell, so this chapter is Arjuna's sorrow and delusion. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om. Pranams. Pranams to you all. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om.